Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and this is week 26 of my doing 100 weeks of YouTube videos and focusing on living a healthy and happy life. Yay for week 26! Very exciting. I think my first time trying to do these videos, I got to week 26 and then I ended up starting over. So I'm back to where I started from. At least that's kind of how I feel right now. But I feel like I'm making some progress. So yay for progress. Love progress. So I'm going to start with the physical stuff because I'm just feeling like physical stuff. I'm on my little exercise ball, moving around a little bit. And I was really proud of myself. I actually got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, which I hate to do. And I exercised for 4 days this past week. Just 4 days. Because Friday, I had to be to work at 6:40, and even though I had to get out of bed at 5 o'clock in the morning, I still needed a shower, and I opted to take a shower over exercising, so I was like, not happening. However, I did go and clean in the temple on Friday night, which kind of overlaps with spiritual and social stuff as well. And cleaning, I think, is a form of exercise as well. So I was doing that, and I noticed that I did things a whole lot faster. It was crazy, but I did things faster. Plus, I squished into a 1X. So technically, I should probably still be in a 2X on the bottom because I'm not quite to the 1X because they were really super tight. But the 2X is just huge on me. So it was like literally falling off my shoulders like the week before. So I was like, nope, I can't do the 2X in the scrubs that they have at the temple to clean. So I have to do the 1X. So the bottoms were just super tight, so not very comfortable to sit down in or squat in, but it was doable, and I survived, and I was like, okay, but I can fit into a 1X, so that makes me happy. I know my top has been a 1X for quite some time, but to actually like get my bottom to fit into a 1X, tight, but can do it, and my pants have been a little bit loose, which is kind of nice. Not 100% because I have like what my sister calls a shelf butt. So when I sit down, the back of my pants pops out to the back and it just kind of pushes the front into my tummy. So I haven't got to the point where it's not doing that yet. But when I'm standing up and walking around, they kind of feel like they're loose and sliding down a little bit. So I have to keep pulling my pants up. So I'm liking that. I don't feel like I've lost a whole lot of weight. I mean, I didn't even get on the scale Saturday. I completely forgot. But Friday, I was down another pound, half a pound, whatever. I was like 235 something, 0.6, 0.8. I don't remember exactly. But I was like, okay, now I'm back down to 235. And I was looking at my calendar. I'm like, great. I was at 235 the end of December. And now I'm at 235 the end of January. I'm like, what happened? Because I like put on like 4 pounds at the beginning of January, apparently. And I just took the whole month to lose it again. So that was just kind of annoying. But I'm back to where I was, I guess. So I'm hoping to start going the other direction. But I am trying to remember and learn that my body takes time to adjust to things and that I do lose about 10 to 15 pounds and then my body kind of plateaus and it just kind of fluctuates between about 5 pounds for a month or 2 or 3. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, look, we'll lose another like 10 to 15 pounds. And they're like, and now we're going to fluctuate for a while. But I do remember last year I was talking to a dietitian and he mentioned that our bodies have to do that because it plateaus and to allow it to adjust to where it's at, to get comfortable and to be like, okay, we're okay, we're caught up, we're not stressing, we're not going too fast, we're not doing too much. And I was like, okay, this is where we're at. And it's like, oh, you know what? We still have excess weight to lose. We can go ahead and lose it. So it's just that reminder to me that it's not healthy to go too fast. It's not healthy to lose the weight too quickly. I mean, it's possible to do it that way, but it's a lot harder and I don't know how healthy it is. And I figure, you know what? It took me years to put on all this weight. If it takes me years to take it off, that's okay. I feel like I'm still losing more weight. I mean, I never gained 35 pounds in a year, 20 pounds in a year, which I did not like, but 35, I did not. And the fact that I lost 35 pounds in a year is like, to me, means I'm going to lose the weight faster than I gained it, but I'm just not losing it as quickly as I would like to be losing it. And that's okay because I'm going at the pace that works for me and for my body. And that's the important part. And it makes me happy to stand on the scale and know that I'm not gaining like a ton of weight. I'm not putting it all back on, that I'm maintaining. And even if I'm plateauing, at least I'm not gaining weight. And, you know, a year ago, I don't think I would have ever been happy to be like, okay, or maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, I don't think I would have been happy to say like, oh my gosh, I'm 235. That's so overweight because I still have 95 pounds to go, but that's less than 130 pounds. And I'm so grateful that my focus has turned to the progress that I'm making instead of the distance I still have to go, because I may or may not get to my goal weight by the time I've done 100 videos, and that's okay, because the idea is to be towards progress and to remember that I can be happy every day, and I can be happy with the choices that I'm making in my life, and I can choose to make healthy choices, which makes me feel better about myself. And like healthy choices like exercising, I'm like, I feel like I can exercise. I feel like I can do more things. I was pretty good at making my videos all week. I was good at writing in my journal most of the week. I actually journaled on Friday. Yay! And then I didn't on Saturday. I was like, frustrated with myself for that one. But one of these days, I'm going to get every day for the whole week. And I mean, granted, I wrote Sunday twice to, Sunday morning for Saturday and then Sunday night for Sunday. So I'm still counting it for having written every day this month and or this year. But I still haven't written every single night for an entire week, which is really frustrating to me. But I was so proud of myself for doing it on a Friday. So yay. That's not physical. That's more emotional and spiritual, I think. Mental maybe too. I don't know. Anyway, physically, I've just been eating my food, and that's been good. And Saturday, I tried to take the stairs at the temple a few times, so that was good. So yeah, doing the exercise thing, and plus Friday when I was cleaning, I noticed that I did things a lot faster. And I remember previously like going to the temple, and it would take me like my whole hour just to go take out the trash and check the Kleenex boxes and walk around my area, and I would be winded and exhausted, and I actually felt like I still had energy by the time I was done with my night at cleaning. And I was like, why do I still have energy? I mean, I didn't feel like a ton of energy, like, oh, I'm ready to go run a marathon type of energy. I just didn't feel like super exhausted, like I'm so drained and I just have nothing left because I just used up the last of everything I had to clean, which is, a lot of times how I feel on a Friday night. So the fact that I did a lot more and I still didn't feel any more drained, in fact, I didn't feel drained at all for having done it, was just amazing to me. So something is working in my body, in my system. Things are starting to like latch on, and maybe just a little bit of exercise for the week has made a difference. Maybe it's all the videos I'm making and the journaling and the scriptures and meditationals that I'm doing and all of that that's building things up in me, that's helping. Maybe it's that I've done a little bit of grief work. I did jump into emotional, apparently, because I did my journaling and because I did talk with my Al-Anon J friend, and I shared with her because I did some writing the week before and 2 weeks before, actually, both the last 2 weeks. I didn't do any writing this week for it, but I shared with her what I'd been doing because I'm like, okay, I've done stuff I want to share. So I shared with her, and that was really nice to be able to share with her, but it was also really emotional. So I'm like, okay, this is all my emotionals and my crazy. And I think getting a lot of that stuff out on Friday also helped me. So that was just really amazing. And she reminded me that I said I was going to do it because I forgot. And then she's like, if it's not a good time for you, I'm like, oh, no, it's a good time. And I will make time because I need to do this. I just forgot. So I was just super grateful that she reminded me. And so that was just super amazing. So I just felt good about myself this week, and it helped me to just be happier every day because I was making healthier choices and I was following through on commitments and things that I said I was going to do, and I just feel better for doing that. Overall, just feel better. It's fantastic. And so socially, obviously, I talked to my Al-Anon J friend, and I went to this weekend. I had a migraine. But I still talked to my friend. I still went to the temple. I still did all the stuff that I was supposed to do. So socially I was there and doing, and I went to church. I didn't go to my 12-step meeting because I was like, nope, not happening. But I still went to church. I still stayed for like a meeting afterwards, and some other stuff that I did. I don't know what else I did for the week, but I'm trying to think socially, what did I do? I think that was it. I talked to her. I did that. I did all of that stuff. So that was good. That was good for me. So probably could do more socially. I'm just not very good at socializing. It's not, that's outside my wheelhouse, but it's something that I know that I need. So Anyway, mentally, I've had a lot of ideas for my books and I've written them down. I just don't know that I've opened up my laptop and done anything with them, which I need to. I actually think I wrote one more chapter. I think I worked on one more chapter anyway, and then I have more ideas as to what to do with it, and then I haven't. But I think I did one more chapter, but I can't remember. I should do better at that. And then, of course, financially, I made sure that all of my bills are getting paid, which makes me happy. And talked to my attorney again, and hopefully we'll be getting some money for the first car accident I had last year in February. He said it would probably be in a couple of weeks, so I'm hoping in the next week or two I will have that. I'm hoping sooner than later, because I have some upcoming expenses that I would like to use that money for instead of putting it on my credit card or using other savings that I have. But I have the other savings just in case I need it, so that's good. So social, mental, physical, emotional, financial. There we go. Spiritual. I'm like, spiritual's the one left, but I'm missing one because there's 6. So spiritually, I think there was a day or two that I didn't pray and do my writing to ask God how he saw me or what I was supposed to do for the day or what he wanted me to do for the day that I usually do first things in the morning. Pretty sure Saturday was one of those days, and there was a day or two that I didn't read. I think there was only one day I didn't read my meditationals or my Come Follow Me, but then the next day I made myself double it up so I would still count. Well, it doesn't really count for, but I still read the same amount the next day. So, but I did at least read out of my Book of Mormon every day for the past week, so that's good. Spiritually, trying to do a little bit better. Did not, like I said, I didn't go to my 12-step meeting, but I did go to church. I did go to the temple. I did go help clean, even though I didn't feel good, which is the other thing that was amazing to me. I was like, okay, my headache just seemed to be magically gone while I was in the temple and doing that, and then I came home and it came right back. So it's just amazing how God works in my life to me. Like if it's something that is important to me or it's important to God that I do, that it seems to work out even when I don't feel like doing it or I don't feel good. It just works out. So I am very grateful for that. And that is my week where I just feel really good and really grateful for all the things that I was able to accomplish. And it was a hard week. I had some very hard, very emotional days because of my daily videos that I've been doing and choices that I was making with that. And in fact, socially, I forgot about that one, probably because mentally trying to block it out. But I went and hung out with my friend, my editing friend, and she is currently dating my ex-fiance. So that's an interesting situation. And he was not supposed to be there when I got there. And I haven't really interacted with him in several years. In fact, I didn't even realize that it had been like 15 years until she told me that. And I had to do the math and I'm like, yep, it's been about that long, which is fine by me. So it was kind of interesting, a little bit awkward. But my friend was perfectly okay with it. Like, it's no big deal. And I was like, okay, I'm glad it's no big deal for you. So, but I did go hang out with my friend just so that we could socialize and hang out for a little bit. And we didn't do anything special. We just, I just went to her house. We sat around, we chatted, we kind of caught up on life. And then I said, okay, I'm tired of going home. And I did. So, and we talked about my ex a bit because of course she's dating him and she wanted to compare stories. And I was like, it's been years. This is what I remember. It brought up a lot of things that I had forgotten. And I was like, I'm okay with not remembering these things, but, it was okay. And so I faced a lot of things this past week. So emotionally, it was, I guess it was a little bit of a roller coaster. I didn't really think so much about emotionally, but I also just felt very proud of myself for doing those things, for facing those things. And it made me feel better, made me feel happier. And so making these videos, I'm just thinking, I just felt so happy last week. I forgot that I had a whole bunch of hard stuff that I did that was like, didn't like that so much. So I'm just grateful that stuff, because I journaled and wrote it all out, just it didn't hang over for the whole week or for the whole day, and that I could just look at it and be proud of myself for facing things that I didn't want to face and doing things I didn't want to do, and feeling better because I was doing it, feeling better emotionally, which makes me feel better physically, and feeling spiritually closer to God because I'm trying to do the things that I know He wants me to do, or because I'm trying to just follow through on all the promises and goals that I have set for myself. And it's just been an amazing week as far as that goes. But it's also been a really hard week as far as that goes too, if I think about it. So yeah, and I know I'm a couple of days late making my video, but because I struggle to make my videos still. I'm struggling to stay in the habit and doing all of that and keeping track of all of my goals, and I'm trying to get myself to do better at paying attention to what are my goals and what are the things I need to do every day so that I can continue to improve in all these areas of my life, because working on myself and improving myself helps me feel like I'm making healthy choices in my life, and making those healthy choices just makes me feel better in general, and then I just feel happier and I enjoy my life more and I have more energy and I accomplish more things, and life is just good that way. Not easy. I'm not gonna say it's easy. It's hard. It's hard to get up to my alarm at 5 o'clock in the morning. I hate that thing when it goes off every morning. It's hard to remind myself all the reasons why I need to exercise every morning. It's hard to do all the stuff I don't want to do, but I feel so much better at the end of the day. I feel so much better for following through, and I just feel so much lighter and happier. It's amazing. So I want to keep pushing through. So I don't even want to do the math for that. 74 weeks. Oh my gosh. That's too many. That's still like a year and a half. Seriously, year and a half. But anyway, that's where I'm at. And thank you for watching my videos. If you like them, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And I hope you have a great week full of gratitude and find ways to live a happy and healthy life too.